Welcome to day 3 of the devotional Truth. I'm Matt McChlery. Thanks for joining me again. Before I get started into this session, I just wanted to let you know where I got some of the material for this session from. I'm indebted to John Bevere's book called Good or God. If you want to delve into the subject more deeply about what is truth and discerning truth today, I highly recommend this book, Good or God, by John Bevere. Okay, so let's start today then. Today we're thinking about what truth is. A.W. Tozer, who is a well-respected theologian, says this. He says, "Throughout the whole world, error and truth travel the same highways, work in the same fields and factories, attend the same churches, fly in the same planes, and shop in the same stores. So skilled is this error at imitating truth that the two are constantly being mistaken for each other. It takes a sharp eye these days to know which is Cain and which is Abel." Although that was written quite a few years ago now, I think it still rings true for today's culture and society. It's really difficult to separate what is true from what is not true. Some things that seem true are in fact, God tells us, lies. Some things that society says, wow, this is good, this is the way you should think, this is how you should behave, actually, God says no. So how do we tell? How can we separate something that might seem good but actually is not of God? We need to not mistake something just because it might seem good to us as, hey, this is a God thing, because it might not be. In the passage from Genesis that we're reading about today in today's devotion, we see Eve looking at the fruit which she's tempted by. And if you look at that passage, it explains that Eve saw that the fruit was good for food. Words like desirable and pleasing are used. And these all seem like positive things. We know that Eve eats the fruit. And as a result, sin enters the world. Because although it seemed good, it wasn't what God had said they should do. So how can we possibly know what is the truth? Where do we even begin to build a solid foundation of truth in our lives upon which our understanding of life, the spiritual realm, and everything can stand securely upon? We need to go right back to the source, to God. How do we know what God has said to us? What His truth is? And when we discover that, we will find out what the truth really is.